It's in the Cooper Borders, right-hand pitcher for the Cardinals.
Hey, very quickly, Brian, before we get rolling fully on the baseball side of things here, I want to wish best of luck to all of our area student athletes at the state track meet this weekend. Didn't realize that was even going on until today. I saw some pictures out there. The state track and field meet began earlier in the week, rolling throughout the weekend. Best of luck to all of our young men and women who are out there competing, and I hope that we bring home some gold this weekend.
That school year kind of flew by, huh?
Yeah, oh my goodness, did it ever. That's the understatement of the year right there.
Flew by for me when you're not working. Seems like when you end them halls, it goes a little slower.
Yeah, man, but you ain't kidding. It is this year has been a blur. It feels like we were just preparing for the South Lafourche football season, and man, it just flew on by.
Right, we're set for game 2. 3-game series. Terriers need a victory to force game 3 tomorrow afternoon, right here at the Buck at Harold Haydale Park. Cooper Borders to face James Guidry. We're set. Borders. First pitch. Low. Out the zone. Ball 1. 7-2. See if the Terriers would be a little patient at the plate here. I tried to attack. The 1-0 pitch from Borders. Inside corner called strike. Even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cardinals in the home whites with the red trim. Vandebilt wearing the road blues with the white and blue pants.
1-1 pitch on its way. Swung right up the middle. Base hit. Guidry leads the game off for his Terriers with a base hit.
Look, we talked about it in the pregame, Coach. That's one of the benefits of being the road team right here. You get a chance to make a statement early. How about a sharp base hit right up the middle for Guidry?
That'll bring up Spencer Gilbo with Guidry on first, taking a lead to face Cooper Borders. Case of the wind has died down. No wind here in the park. The pitch, foul to the right side, out of play.
Someone at a Nicholls State University game was asking me about that. They were a student that's not from Louisiana. They said, why is it always so windy during the day and the wind dies at night? I don't know the answer to that, but that is seemingly how it is in southeast Louisiana, though it was pretty windy last night.
Borders ahead, 0-1. Spencer Gilbo, the DH for the Terriers. The 0-1 pitch.
Oh,
hit him. Terriers have something cooking early. Single by Guidry, hit. Batsman by Gilbo. They bring up Jahari Coleman, the center fielder for the Terriers. Good start here for the Terriers.
Just what the doctor ordered. Now you got Coleman, who could hit for some pop, but he's also a speed merchant out there. If he lays one down, he can maybe beat it out if you don't field it properly. See what Coach Menard opts to do here.
Terriers have 2 runners on early here, top of the first inning, no outs.
I think Jahari is going to be bunting here, challenging that defense in the early stages.
Borders working from the stretch. Delivers the pitch, squares the bunt, curveball called strike. Pulled back, took the pitch for a strike.
A lot of break on that curveball from Borders.
Cardinals playing up on the grass at the corners. The 0-1 pitch from Borders, squares the bunt. He bunts the ball to the pitcher. Borders fields it, will throw it to first in time, gets the out at first.
Yep, good execution from Jahari. Good bunt defense by E.D. White. Good execution all around. Both sides do their job.
So that's what you want. You get 2 runners in scoring position for your cleanup hitter. It's Ethan Roberts, third baseman for the Terriers, for a chance to get his team an early lead here in the top half of the first inning. Borders in the stretch, delivers the pitch. Curveball called strike on the outside.
seems, Coach, in the early stages that's the pitch that Bordas is most comfortable with, is that hook.
Try and keep these hitters off balance. The 0-1 on its way. Curve, hit to the shortstop, fields the ball. Run will score. They get the out at first, but Robert picks up the RBI, gives his team a 1-0 lead early here in the top half of the first inning.
Yeah, give Robert the RBI.
Nice job by Arsamon for the Cardinals. Steal the ball through a strong throw to first base to get the second out, but Guidry scores on the play. That'll bring up Thomas LeCompte, the catcher for the Terriers. Foul, hit on the right side, rolling foul on the first base side, foul ball.
I'm a little surprised there that the first baseman, Noah Benoit, didn't charge that a little harder and try to get to it in fair territory, because he would have had him dead to rights there for the third out of the inning. Just kind of let it squirt foul.
Yeah, it was kind of right on the edge of fringe of that grass, and if it had rolled right back fair, he could have caught the ball and tagged him out, but played it safe and just let it roll foul. Bordas ahead, 0-1. Thomas LeCompte, catcher for the Terriers. Runner at second. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two.
Obviously, the inning is far from over, but if E.D. White could give up 2 leadoff base runners and only 1 run, you would say that that's a very good job on the mound by Bordas.
The 0-2 pitch. Curve. Hit the left side. That's going to go foul out of play. Give it a ride. But it's foul ball. So long strike for LeCompte.
That one had some depth to it. That one was hit hard.
With these breaking balls, if Bordas keeps one up in the zone.
Yeah, it'll fly a long way.
Bordas set to deliver the 0-2 pitch. Hit to the shortstop. Shortstop will field the ball, make a long throw to first in time. Nice play.
Yes.
By Arsama again to end the inning for the Terriers on a 6-3 putout. That'll take us to the bottom half of the first inning coming up. Vandebilt gets 1 run in their top half of the first. You're listening to High School Baseball on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network. Welcome back to the Buck. We're heading to the bottom half of the first inning. Terriers in their top half of the first took a 1-0 lead on the Cardinals. 1 run on 1 hit, they left 1 on base. Cardinals are coming to bat. They'll have Luke Zarang, Carter Douglas, and Jack Trish, the catcher, to face Owen Gode, starting pitcher for the Terriers.
A good start to the game for Vandebilt, but I got to tell you, man, a really good defensive ending to the inning for E.D. White, making 2 real nice plays out there short by Arsamon, limiting them to just the 1 run. See if they could take it back right here.
Yep, Terriers putting the bat on the ball, allowing the Cardinals allowing their defense to make plays for them and back up. Bordas did a good job, like you just mentioned, getting out of that inning with only 1 run given up.
And look, from talking to some of the E.D. White folks, that's not always been their strength this year. The defense has been an area where they have struggled at times. So I know that's making Coach Plitt awfully happy to see them make some plays. But Goday on the mound throwing for Vandebilt. Saw him against South Lafourche earlier this season. He throws a lot of strikes. He challenges the hitters. And he had a little bit of adversity at times against the Tarpons, but the one thing about that, he just didn't get rattled. Pitched himself out of some early jams and then just cruised from there the rest of the way.
Luke Zarang, the center fielder, will lead off for the Cardinals in the bottom half of the first inning. His team's trailing 1-0 early on here at the Buck. Happy to be with you here on Coastal Broadcasting. Goday's first pitch. Right down the middle, called strike. See if Goday can get in a rhythm here early on for the Terriers. Work quick on the mound. The 0-1 pitch. Hit out of play behind us. Brings the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
1 second. I need to go get that foul ball and get me a cool pop.
Well, you're funny. You must have been listening to us last night. We said,
I didn't listen.
You would have been going to get some cool pops.
There you go.
The 0-2 pitch. Hit to left field. Left field is chasing back, takes a few steps back, makes the play for the first out of the inning. So Zarang flies out to left field. That'll bring up Carter Douglas, the second baseman.
Yeah, good read off the bat by Boudreaux out there and left. Made that one routine.
Goday set to the level of the pitch. Breaking ball, called strike.
Brian, they have something here that is a broadcaster's best friend. They keep track of the pitch counts for us, man.
Yes. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. May have chased one just to tad out the zone. The 0-2 pitch. Hit to the right side, out of play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. A little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye by Douglas to not offer that one.
Goday working quick with a 1-2 pitch. Curveball hit foul back, out of play. Douglas hanging tough.
And this is a rematch of the state championship game last year in Division II Select. E.D. White won that one. Vandebilt was the runners-up.
The 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Catcher's got to throw down to first. He does in time. Strikeout and throws down at first to complete the out.
Now batting for Cardinals, the catcher number 10, Jack Trish.
Ball just got away from the catcher on that third strike. That was a count behind the plate for the Terriers. That'll bring up Jack Trish, catcher. Goday's pitch. Called strike.
Look, man, I know it's early, but if he could keep delivering that strike 1 on the outside corner, it's going to be tough for these Cardinal hitters. He's getting ahead of everybody right now.
The 0-1 pitch, a little high. And both pitchers were doing last night a good job of keeping the first batter off base and getting that first out of the inning, and that helped a lot.
Yep, that's the best way to limit a big inning.
The 1-1 pitch. Just missed on the outside, 2-1. Not a bad spot from Goday. 2-1 pitch. Little high. Trish almost went after, but he held back. Good eye. Brings the count to 3 balls and 1 strike.
I didn't miss by much on that one.
3-1 pitch. Hit, base hit through the third baseman's glove. Trish around first and stop at first. Hard hit ball on the left side.
Number 15, Tyler Weimer.
Ethan Robert gave it a good dive and attempt.
I got you, boss. Babin will be running for E.D. White.
Babin, the pinch runner. So a good hit by Trish. Robert gave it an attempt and dove, but right through his glove. Not much he can do on that one. That'll bring up Tyler Weimer to DH. 2 outs here, bottom half of the first inning. Runner on first. Go in a stretch. Ball's hit to the right side. The right fielder giving chase. Second baseman's coming over.
Oh,
Foul ball. No one will get to it.
man, a little bit unlucky on both sides there. Unlucky for Vandebilt that it didn't hang up a little longer for them to catch it. Unlucky for E.D. White, but that was almost a fair ball. It was just about a couple of feet foul on the right side.
Yeah, Bolade came from a second base position. Good hustle trying to get to it in foul territory, and just ball wasn't hit high enough for him to cover all that ground. That'll be a strike on Weimer. Go in the stretch. Babin, short lead at first. The pitch. Down the middle, called strike. Brings the count, no balls and 2 strikes. On Tyler Weimer, the DH for the Cardinals. Trying to extend this inning for his team. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The power's aside. Good job by Owen Gode. Gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. The Cardinals, no runs. They get a hit. They leave 1. At the end of 1, outscores Vandebilt 1, E.D. White 0. We'll be back for the second inning right here on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network.
Rev Business is here to connect your company beyond your storefront. We're here to power your passion, improve your communication, and link you to your customers with the services you need and the local support you deserve. From operating your front office to tracking your inventory, our team is ready to deliver services that transform your day-to-day with flexibility and consistency, so you can focus on what matters most, your customers. Rev Business.
Education, prevention, care. The Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute was recognized by the Louisiana Athletic Training Association with the President's Award for Excellence in Health and Safety. With a passion for ensuring the well-being of over 23,000 student athletes and covering 1,400 sports events annually, our athletic trainers are dedicated to providing the best care in sports medicine. Discover more about Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute at tghealthsystem.com.
Welcome back to the Buck. Cooper Borders, pitcher for the Cardinals, will be facing Owen Gode, pitcher for the Terriers, to start the top half of the second inning. First pitch, just a little wide, ball 1. Let's go ahead and thank the Able Law Firm, Blue Booth Foundation, and Joe Septic sponsoring tonight's game. Curveball called strike. Even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
We mentioned in the top of the first, Bordas has a big swoop and hook, a lot of break on that curveball.
The 1-1 pitch, wide, 2-1. Yeah, a lot of movement on the baseball here. The 2-1 pitch, hit to the left side, foul, out of play. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Terriers trying to add to their early lead. Here in the top of the second, they're up 1-0. 2-2 pitch on its way. Curve hit over the shortstop's head, base hit. Second inning in a row, the Terriers get the leadoff guy with a base hit. Start the inning.
Yep, might seem like a little thing, but boy, it's such a big thing in baseball when you can have that leadoff man aboard. They're going to have a pinch runner for Gode.
Courtesy the pitcher, runner at first base, number 22, Bryce Thibodeau. And coming to the plate for the
Bryce
Terriers,
Thibodeau will be the pitch runner for the Terriers. That'll bring up second baseman Bolade for the Terriers. Runner to lead at first.
See if they act 7-hole to lay one down here.
Pitch wide, ball one. Winner of this series advances to Sulphur on Thursday. The 1-0 pitch from Bordas. Runner goes. Throw down. Safe.
Yep.
Head first slide. But Thibodeau, he gets in there safely. Had a good jump on Bordas for the stolen base.
Terry's applying some pressure. Now just a ground ball to the right side to get that runner to third.
Terriers have a runner in scoring position. A ball a day. 2-0 count. Pitch. Squares the bunt. Pulls back. Called strike. Brings the count to 2-1 strike. The right fielder, Jacob Fairchild, was on deck for the Terriers.
The sacrifice bunt was a big part of the top of the first. Jahari Coleman got it down. Let's see if Boladay could do the same here for the Terriers.
Squares the bunt today. Bunts the ball on the left side. It'll be a tough play. Pitt Bordas has nowhere to go with it. Great bunt by Boladay, infield single. Just put the ball in a perfect position down the third base line. Bordas came over to field the ball and was going to let it try and roll foul, and it just stopped chasing that wet grass. Did not roll, and that allowed Boladay to get the infield single.
You said the key word, wet grass. If not for the thunder showers earlier, that one probably trickles foul. The moisture on the grass held it up. And, boy, a perfectly placed bunt by Boladay, and the Terriers have a big rally now with runners at the corners and no one out.
Are we having a pitch and change?
Yep, sure are. Don't know who the next guy is, but it is not going to be Bordas.
He don't look very happy.
There is a guy throwing in the bullpen, so it doesn't look like it'll be a defensive change.
Look, we're going to go ahead and let's take a 1-minute break. This pitch and change brought to you by Joseph the Contractors. On call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We'll be back in 1 minute right here on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network. I think the Cardinals have to be ready here for some type of squeeze with no one out. The 8-hole hitter and Fairchild at the plate. Hillman pitch inside, gets away from the catcher. We're going to have a play at the plate. Slides in safely. Owen Gode, second run of the inning on the pass ball. Scores the Terriers, second run of the game. Boladay advances to second on the play.
Yeah, that one's got to be a pass ball, and Trish, but you understand, I guess, the issue was that he was lined up and wanted the pitch on the outside, and it ran all the way in. The pitcher missed his spot badly, but it is probably one that Trish should have made. And he went chat with him. I don't know, maybe there was a cross up there.
Yep, Cardinals are going to have to settle down here. Terriers take an early 2-0 lead. Pitch was a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The Fairchild. He squares the bunt. Bunt's popped out of play. Popped out of play. Over the back stop fence. For a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach Bernard trying to get extra runs here early on in this contest.
Yeah,
Brings the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Home plate umpire will have a chat with Coach Menard.
Yeah, looks like they're talking to both. I don't know, maybe it's
Not sure what's going on here.
yeah, not sure what that was about there. I'll be sure to ask either Chad or Matt at the end of the game, see what that was about.
Oh, we're set to play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Philip Hillman on the mound now for the Cardinals. Fairchild at the plate with a 1-1 count. Squares the bunt. Pulls back, takes a strike on the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, our buddy Kyle Lasang is in the house, walking down the third base line.
Cardinals are playing in on the corners. Playing for the bunt with 1 and 2. May not be bunting here. The 1-2 pitch from Hillman. Hit to the third base and makes a dive and stop. The ball will get away from him, and they'll throw the ball. The shortstop covers the bag and gets the runner out at third. So it cost him a base runner mistake from Bola Day. Tried to advance from second to third on the play. Nice job by Barbera. Dove, kept the ball on the infield, knocked it a little in foul territory, threw the ball to the shortstop, covering the bag to get the lead runner out.
Yeah, it would have been so easy for Barbera to mess that up after the ball squirted into foul territory, but he knew he had time. He flipped it to the shortstop, Arsenal, and got a big out. Vandebilt tried to get aggressive on the bases, and it didn't pay off that time.
I'll bring up the shortstop, Scott Haydale. First pitch hit the center field. Center fielder moves to his left. He makes the play for the second out of the inning. So a fly out from Haydale. Unfortunate there for the Terriers. They could have had a bigger inning.
Yep. But with this fella coming up, the inning is not over yet. As Guidry hit a rocket to center his first time up for a solid base hit.
So Guidry's at the plate, 1 on. Runner fake steal. Gets back in time to first. Pitch was a ball. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs here. Top of the second inning. Terriers up 2-0. The pitch. Breaking ball called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tell you, we were saying that Hillman was a little wild in his warm-up tosses. He has found the release point. He has definitely gotten more under control.
James Guidry at the plate. 1-1 count. Runner fake steal again. Ball's out of the zones. 2 balls and 1 strike.
They bluffed you twice, man.
Yeah, what's going on there?
This is a good pitch to hit and run on, though, right here. You're going to get a fastball here.
2-1 pitch, hit to the right side. Second baseman's charging, makes the play, throws it to first in time to retire the side. So the Terriers get another run on 2 hits.
Well, the Terriers at the top of the second, 1 run.
They leave 1. We're going to the bottom of
1 man left on base.
the second inning without score. Vandebilt 2, ED White 0. You're listening to High School Baseball on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network. And welcome back to the Buck. We're heading to the bottom half of the second inning with our score. Vandebilt 2, E.D. White 0. Owen Gode on the mound for the Terriers. He will face Evan Orsamon, Grant Barbary, and Owen Porsche for the Cardinals in their bottom half of the second inning.
Tell you what, man, if you're E.D. White, I know you're disappointed to be down a couple of runs, but it feels like they're getting beat up a little bit, and then they're only down a couple of runs. So they have survived the early tidal wave. Let's see if they could fight back here.
You're right. It could have been worse. Gode's pitch to start the second. Called strike down the middle. Evan Orsamon, the shortstop for the Cardinals. The 0-1 pitch. Hit high. Second baseman coming up. He's under the ball. He makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Cardinals, third base.
Bolade making the play for the Terriers out at second base.
Yep, never blinked.
That'll bring up third baseman Grant Barbary. Doing a solid job for the Cardinals in the field. The pitch, just wide, ball one. Gode in the windup. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, wide, 2-0. I want to thank District Attorney Christine Russell, Advanced Eye Institute with Dr. Darby Shasson. Go get your eyes checked. Make the right call. In Thibodaux Fireman's Fair this weekend in Thibodaux. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. Brings the count of 2 balls and 1 strike.
Mentioned this earlier, Dr. Darby, I'm coming soon. The eyes are giving out pretty rapidly.
Quickly. Fouled back out of play. Brings the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'd also like to thank Starkey Title, local experts in real estate closing and title services. Call 985-853-1740. 2-2 pitch. Hit him.
Yeah, sure did.
That's one Gode would like to have back with a 2-2 count.
It looked weird off of his hands. It almost looked like it kind of slipped out of his hand there. And Barbera made an effort to get out of the way, and it just followed him.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Owen Porsche.
Didn't he have a big night last night?
Yep. And Benoit had a good one.
Yep.
The pitch. Called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike on Owen Porsche. We're in the bottom of the second. 2-0, 2-0. Favor of the Terriers. 1 runner on. The 0-1 pitch from Gode. Curve is high. Throw back to first. Not in time.
Good looking arm there by the catcher behind the plate for the Terriers, though, Mr. LeCompte.
Yeah, he had some pop behind that throw.
Looking like our guy Eli David of years past. He was a rock behind the plate for Vandebilt.
Counts even, 1-1 to Owen Porsche. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Brings the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
In the early stages, this is exactly what he did to South Lafourche in that outing earlier in the season, just changing speeds, keeping hitters off balance. You think one pitch is coming and others coming. It's very tough.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit right back at Gode. Ball's going to get to the second baseman for 1. Throws it in time. 2. Double play to end the inning. Nice job by the Terrier defense. The ball ricocheted off of Gode. Got to the second baseman. Goes to short for the force out. And short goes to first to complete the double play. So the Terriers get out of Little Jam here. We're going to the third inning right here on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network.
Rev Business is here to connect your company beyond your storefront. We're here to power your passion, improve your communication, and link you to your customers with the services you need and the local support you deserve. From operating your front office to tracking your inventory, our team is ready to deliver services that transform your day-to-day with flexibility and consistency, so you can focus on what matters most, your customers. Rev Business.
And welcome back to the Buck at Harold Haydale Park. Brian Collie here with Casey Gisfair. We're heading to the top of the third inning. Vandebilt with a 2-0 lead on the Cardinals from E.D. White.
Yeah, man, we were just talking about that during the commercial break. Just an unbelievable defensive play. How often do you see that ball ricochet off the pitcher and then really bad things happen for the defense there? Vandebilt didn't falter at all. The second baseman, Lede, made a really nice play getting it to the shortstop, Haydale, who hummed it over to Guidry for the 4-6-3 double play.
And it was just so smooth like clockwork.
I guess technically it'd be a 1-4-6-3 double play.
Yep. That'll bring up Spencer Gilbo. First pitch is hit to left field. Left fielder going back a few steps. Back. Misses the ball. Ball gets away from him. That'll be a double. The left fielder, Owen Porsche, was backing up. Almost ran out of room right at the warning track. So we'll give Gilbo with a leadoff double to start the third inning.
Off the bat, I thought that was a leadoff home run. I thought he got all of it. Maybe just got under it a smidge, but pushed the left fielder Porsche all the way to the track. Got about 20 or 30 Vandebilt students hollering at you out there. I don't know if that helped the cause at all, but a really nice start to the inning for Vandebilt. They're 3 for 3 getting the leadoff man aboard.
That'll bring up Coleman. Takes the first pitch low, ball one. Jahari Coleman had a sacrifice back in the first inning. Looking to drive in a run here for his team. Wide, 2-0.
I know Jahari's family really well. I know he is, if he cannot find an opportunity to play college baseball, he is going to be a student at Louisiana Lafayette. But he is hoping to get a spot at the next level.
2-0 pitch on its way. Got the corner, outside, called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gilbo at second after the leadoff double here in the top of the third. Facing Philip Hillman on the mound for the Cardinals, replacing Cooper Bordas.
Yeah, a little miscommunication with his catcher.
We'll have a time called. Making sure they're on the same play.
I don't know if E.D. White uses the pitch comp. Pretty much most of the schools do, but I don't know that Vandebilt does, to be honest, which I remember at the beginning of the season, Coach Menard saying that they weren't as high on it as some of the other schools were.
I got a text message. I don't know who it's from. Hit to the third baseman. Fields the ball, makes a throw to first. He has the out. Runner's going to advance from second to third. He slides safely in there. So they do get the out at first on a 5-3 put out. Gilbo will advance to third on the play.
It becomes like a swing and bunt there for Coleman, but very aggressive base running by Vandebilt.
That'll bring up Ethan Roberts with a runner at third. First pitch is high out the zone, ball one. Ball's hit over the third baseman's head, base hit. That is score 1 run. Terriers increase their lead on Ethan Roberts. Base hit, RBI. Nice piece of hitting again from Roberts.
Second RBI of the game for Robert.
Now batting for the Terriers.
That'll bring up Thomas LeCompte, the catcher.
You know, baseball could be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. Vandebilt has gotten the leadoff guy on all 3 innings. That runner has come around to score all 3 innings.
Runner goes, ball's hit and run, hit to the shortstop. He'll field the ball, throw to first in time. Runner does advance on the play. That'll get 2 outs in the inning, but Robert will advance to second on the play. That'll bring up Owen Gode, the pitcher, with a runner in scoring position with his team up 3-0.
The motion there maybe saved Vandebilt from a double play, as if it was the runner was not going, they could have maybe turned 2.
Hillman's pitch, wide, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Hillman, working out the stretch. Almost hit him on the inside. Brings the count 2 balls and no strikes.
Coaches love to see what we see on that scoreboard for Vandebilt, that picket fence. 1-1-1, scoring runs in every inning so far. It's an offense that's applying some pressure.
2-0 pitch. Out the zone, 3-0. Pitch. Called strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Though they may have been taken.
Yeah, I think so.
Pitch. Hit the right side out of play. Brings the count 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Thank you, Kuma.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Owen Gode. Walked him right on the inside. Didn't miss by much, but it is a base on balls.
Figured Gode will go take a breather, get himself ready for the bottom of the 3rd, get a runner.
So that would be Thibodeau again.
Yeah, I believe so.
That'll bring up Bolade, second baseman for the Terriers. Single last at bat. He gets thrown out at 3rd.
He had the bunt hit, didn't he?
Yeah. Called strike, first pitch. Philip Hillman on the mound for the Cardinals, facing Bolade, second baseman for the Terriers. The 0-1 pitch fouled back this way out of play. Brings the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
Cool, that hurts what just happened to Lede there. You get it in on the hands, jam you, boy, that hurts the palms very badly.
The 0-2 pitch fouled back, but they're hanging tough. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. We're in the 3rd. 3-0 Terriers over the Cardinals. Trying to force a game 3 tomorrow afternoon. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, high, ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes. The ball of day. Yeoman's pitch, wide. Brings the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at 1st and 2nd. 2 outs here. Terriers trying to increase their lead. The 7-hole hitter in Bola Day. 2-2 pitch. Get out of play on the right side.
And just looking at my lineup card, the Terriers have now sent 16 batters to the plate, and they have not yet struck out. They're putting it in play and are just putting so much pressure on this ED White defense.
2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Yeah, that's a great point right there because they are putting the ball in play and putting pressure on that defense. Timely hits with a couple walks here and there.
Yeah, you get the leadoff guy on every inning and you don't strike out, really good things are going to happen.
2-2 pitch from Hillman. Swing and a miss. Catcher's going to have to throw down to first. He does to end the inning with the first strikeout.
Don't you call that? The announcer jinx.
Yep, but the Terriers do get one run. Looks like on 2 hits, they leave 2. We're going to the bottom half of the third inning with our score. Vandebilt 3, ED White 0. You're listening to High School Baseball on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network. Oh, welcome back. I'm looking on my phone. I just figured out who it was. Welcome back to the Buck. Brian Collier here.
I was waiting. Says my man having a seizure. What's going on?
I was trying to figure out who's texting right here. We're set here for the bottom half of the third inning. Terriers are up 3-0 over the Cardinals. Owen Gaudet doing a great job for the Terriers so far in this game. He'll be facing Noah Benoit. In the Cardinals half of the third inning.
See if ED White could try to get that leadoff man aboard. They're 0 for 2.
First pitch from Gaudet. Hit right back at him. Gaudet makes the play. He's going to field the ball, throws to first in time. Nice athletic move by Gaudet on the mound for the Terriers. That'll bring up Dylan Robichaud, the right fielder.
The right fielder, number 7, Dylan Robichaud.
Gaudet has been very economical. I threw, I believe, 15 or 16 pitches in the first inning, but he's only up to 29 now. So he's got a chance, if he stays on his game, to go very deep into this game. Got our answer, by the way, doesn't look like Vandebilt uses the pitch comm. It looks like Coach Thompson is just giving hand signals to the pitchers.
Ball's fisted to the right side. Second baseman makes the play on his little slide. Sulphur to get the second quick out of the inning. Take a guess here. I want to thank Lacey and Mike Hebert for listening in.
If you guys are listening, this has had Coach puzzled for 30 minutes now.
Yeah, I lost my contact, First pitch from Gaudet to Luke Zarang's out the zone, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Squares the bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, good job by Zarang being patient, though. You get 2 outs in the first 2 pitches. You want to see some pitches here, if for no other reason than to let your pitcher catch his breath, let your defense catch their breath.
1-1 pitch from Gaudet. Wide. 2-1. When picking up just a little, see old Glory moving in the distance. 2-1 pitch. Hit to the left side. That's out of play. Bring the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good news is I just pulled up the old Lightning app. It looks like the rain for the night is done.
And we may have to, tomorrow afternoon, we may have another round coming in.
Don't like to hear that.
Hopefully not, but 2-2 pitch from Goday. Smash to the left side. That's going to go out of play. Hard hit ball
Again.
to the left side, but it's out of play.
So when is the final play date? Is it tomorrow? Like they have to get it in tomorrow? It would,
I would think so.
yeah.
The committee meets on that. So
2-2 pitch from Goday. Ball's hit to the shortstop. He'll make a play. Ground ball. He'll field it, throws it in time, and gets him by a step. Very close play. Nice hustle by Duran getting down that fourth base line. For the Cardinals, no runs, no hits, no one left in their half of the third. We're going to the fourth without score. Vandebilt 3, ED White 0. You listen to high school baseball on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network. And Vandebilt leads ED White 3-0. Vanderbilt got a run in each of the first, second, and third inning. They also leadoff guy in each inning reached safely. Let's see if they can continue that trend. And Jacob Fairchild, the right fielder for the Terriers, will be leading off.
leading off the Terriers in power four day.
You know what's so impressive about Vanderbilt? You know, you have your winning streak snapped last night. Your season's on the line tonight. Boy, they don't look nervous or like they're pressing. Like they understand, hey, if we play our way, we're going to be okay here. And so far, they played great.
First pitch, check swing, he pulled back. They're going to appeal it first. Nope, did not go around. 1 ball.
Umpires have told me that is the hardest call in the game to make.
The 1-0 pitch. Out the zones, 2-0. Yeah, it's such a judgment call from back there. The
Yeah.
2-0 pitch from Hillman. Down the middle, called strike. Brings the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Jacob Fairchild reached on a fielder's choice. 2-1 pitches, though. It's 3-1. One pitch from Hillman. Down the middle, called strike. Brings the count 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So you wonder, we mentioned the early hook for Bordas. I wasn't paying attention to what his pitch count number was when he left the game. I wonder if he's available tomorrow.
I would think walked him. Said he was in the 20s.
Yeah, so
22.
he would be, in theory, available tomorrow
Now
potentially.
back to the Terriers, the shortstop number 20, Scott
That'll bring up the shortstop, Scott Haydale. Fairchild draws the walk from Hillman.
9-hole, maybe sacrifice. Oh, yeah, he's already showing it. Nope, pulling back.
Ball over his head. That'll allow the runner to advance to second. So wild pitch from Hillman. Let's see if they keep the bunt on, trying to get him to third.
Yeah, he was showing it, then he pulled back and was swinging. I think now he's going to be bunting it, trying to get him to third to set up James Guidry.
The 1-0 pitch. Haydel squares the bunt. Pulls back. Takes the ball out the zones. 2 balls and no strikes. Coach Menard gives the sign or calls out the numbers. 2-0 pitch from Hillman. Runners playing up at the corner. Swing fouled back out of play.
So the reason I asked about Bordas is because it becomes a situation now. If Vandebilt scores another 2-3 runs, would Coach Plitt just say, "All right, Hillman, you got to go," and just stay out there because you don't want to use too much of your real estate tonight if this one starts to get away.
Haydel squares, bunts the ball to the third baseman. Third baseman comes up, fields the ball barehanded, throws the first in time. What a play!
Wow.
What a play from the third baseman and the first baseman. Barbary throws the ball to bin wide first to get the out. Nice bunt by Haydel, but just an exceptional play from Barbera at third.
Yeah, that was an outstanding play from Barbera, and also a great stretch by Benoit at first, keeping his foot on that bag. But Terriers get the bunt down, do their job.
Yep, that'll advance the runner to third. That'll bring up James Guidry to face Hillman here in the top half of the fourth inning. The 1-0 pitch inside. Good job by Trish keeping the ball out in front of him. For the Cardinals, keeping that runner at third. 2 balls and no strikes.
It's a dangerous pitch for Hillman here to a really good hitter.
2-0 pitch. Outside corner called strike. Gives a count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Terriers trying to add to their lead. They're up 3-0 here in the fourth inning. Two on its way. Bunt fouled back to the screen. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maybe a little safety squeeze on that last play.
Yep. Trying to get it down. If you could roll it to the right spot, you score. If not,
Hillman set to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Hit right back up the middle. Base hit, RBI. Guidry remains hot for the Terriers. Increases the Terrier lead.
the recipe has been very simple for Vandebilt tonight. Get them on early and get them around. As we said earlier in the broadcast, they are now 4 for 4 getting the leadoff man aboard. They are 4 for 4 in getting the leadoff man home.
That'll bring up Spencer Gilbo to DH.
He almost was a Blue Boot bomber his last time up.
Throw back to first, not in time. Runner back safely. The pitch on its way. Foul. Watch out.
Oh, my goodness. That was close.
Cardinals in that third base dugout need to be on their toes.
Yes, that was very close.
The count, no balls and 1 strike. As they're going to throw that ball out of the game, hitting that fence. The 0-1 pitch from Hillman out the stretch. Ball's hit. Hair ball! Right inside the third base bag. Runner goes that Guidry at second and advance to third. He'll stop. Gilbo will go into second. He's fired up with a double. Putting runners at second and third here in the fourth inning.
Second double of the game for Gilbo. One he hit about 305 feet. The other one he hit just to the right of the bag over at third. They both count the same, and he stays red hot this afternoon.
Yeah, he smashed that ball right inside the third base line. That'll bring up Coleman. First pitch to Coleman. Hit over the shortstop's head. It's going to drop. No, left fielder will come, make the play. Runner Guidry will tag from third. He'll score. So Coleman gets the sacrifice on a fly out. Another run scores across for the Terriers. That was James Guidry hustling in from third, tagging up.
Now batting for the Terriers.
Terriers now got a crooked number up on the board here in the fourth inning, increase their lead to 5-0. That'll bring up Ethan Roberts to face Hillman. First pitch called strike. The 0-1 pitch. Wide, 1-1.
Scoreboard update from Baton Rouge. Texas A&M leads LSU 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Tigers are batting, trying to tie or take the lead.
Early on.
Very early.
Hillman's 1-1 pitch. Check swing out of play. Foul ball on the right side. Ethan Roberts singled last time at bat. He has 2 RBIs on the evening.
Yep, he's had a big day.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit to the second baseman. He'll dive, make the stop. He'll get up, throw to first in time to get the 4-3 put out to end the inning. The Terriers get 2 runs. Increase their lead. We're going to the bottom half of the fourth inning. What I'll score, Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 0. You're listening to High School Baseball right here on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network.
Education, prevention, care. The Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute was recognized by the Louisiana Athletic Training Association with the President's Award for Excellence in Health and Safety. With a passion for ensuring the well-being of over 23,000 student athletes and covering 1,400 sports events annually, our athletic trainers are dedicated to providing the best care in sports medicine. Discover more about Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute at tghealthsystem.com.
The bottom half of the fourth inning, what I'll score, Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 0. Owen Gaudet has been going the distance for the Terriers, doing a remarkable job on the mound for his team.
Yes, he has.
E.D. White going to try and get on the scoreboard here in the fourth inning. Tall task ahead. They're facing Gaudet.
Look, man, whether you win this game or not, you want to make Vanderbilt have to use some resources. So that makes the rest of this game very important for E.D. White, regardless of what the score would indicate. Though you're not out of it, of course.
Gaudet will face Carter Douglas to begin the fourth inning. First pitch, just a little high. 1 ball, no strikes. Douglas struck out back in the first inning for the Cardinals. 1-0 pitch. Hit to the shortstop. He'll field the ball. Throw to first in time with a strong throw. Gets the first out of the inning. Nice job of Scott Haydell for the Terriers. Stayed low. Field the ball perfectly. Threw a strike to first to get the first out of the inning.
Man, I wasn't here yesterday, and you guys were telling me the defense was a little shaky at times. That has not been the case today. Vanderbilt has fielded the baseball very, very well today.
That'll bring up the catcher, Trish.
Have a very interesting scoreboard update on the high school ranks after this first pitch to Trish.
Curveball called strike.
So we mentioned earlier that the winner of this series meets the winner between Lafayette Christian and Turlings. Lafayette Christian, the 7 seed, won game 1 5-3 today.
Ooh. The 0-1 pitch hit the left side. Will it stay fair or foul? The given chase, left fielder coming over. He'll make the play in fair territory to get the second out of the inning. Ball kind of hung up just a little. Enough time for Evan Boudreaux to come under and make the play right in fair territory.
Yeah, off the bat, I thought that one was going to be caught, but caught in foul ground. But as you said, it held up and stayed in fair territory. Good job by the left fielder Boudreaux out there.
That'll bring up Tyler Weimer, DH for the Cardinals. First pitch from Goday. Breaking ball called strike right on the inside. Nice looking pitch from Owen Goday.
Yeah, he's in a groove, man. He's working fast. He's throwing strikes. He looks really strong out there on the mound.
The 0-1 pitch. Chopped on the left side. Ball will go foul. Nice job. Nice job by Ethan Robert. Ethan Robert. Ball was tailing foul. He just let that ball roll foul right behind the bag and picked it up in foul territory. Smart play from Ethan Robert there for the Terriers.
And look, a very smart play, because if he pounces it and fields it, he wouldn't have thrown him out anyway. So the only chance that he had was for that ball to spin foul. And he had a little lady luck on his side. It did spin just foul, just to the left of the bag.
The 0-2 count to Weimer from Goday. Ball's hit right back this way, out of play.
That's going to be a no coupon. They're out of coupons.
And they are out of coupons.
That's a travesty at this park, man.
Goday set to deliver the 0-2 pitch. Hit the bat. He's coming back. Weimer's going to try selling it.
That's the right call.
Weimer's going to try and sell the ball, hit him, but it hit the handle of the bat and went foul. So he will have to come back into the batter's box.
Yeah, if it hit him that flush, he would have had something broken. We heard a loud snap there. I think that's a good call by Blue there.
What's the count right now?
It's an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
Goday set to deliver the 0-2. Ball's hit right over the third baseman's head. Shortstop's going to field the ball, but no chance of getting Weimer. That's a base hit for Tyler Weimer for the Cardinals here in the fourth inning.
Weimer's saying, hey, you guys didn't let me go to first. I'll just go ahead and get a base hit.
That'll bring up Evan Arsamon, the shortstop for the Cardinals.
It's just the second hit of the day for E.D. White.
Before that pitch, Goday has retired 8 in a row. Weimer with the lead at first. Arsamon at the plate. The pitch hit to the right side. That's going to tail foul out of play.
Off of the roof of that tremendous facility that they got here at Vandebilt, that indoor setup where they could get some work in even on the rainy days.
Goday set to deliver his 0-1 pitch. Hit to the gap between short and third for a base hit. So that's 2 hits in a row for the Cardinals. They have something cooking here in the fourth inning. But there's 2 outs.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the third baseman, number 11, Brent Barbera.
Brent Barbera will step in. He was hit by a pitch. Blasted bat, if I can read my writing.
Yes, sir.
Owen Goday gave up 2 hits in a row here in the fourth inning. Trying to get out of this little jam for his Terriers. First pitch to Barbera. Inside, ball 1.
I think it'd be really big for E.D. White to just get something here. Base it to the outfield, try to just scratch one across, kind of let Vandebilt know that you still got a pulse tonight.
The 1-0 pitch. Hit left side is tailing out of play. It's foul ball. Brings the count 1-1 strike. The Grant Barbera, third baseman for the Cardinals. Golday's 1-1 pitch. Wide, 2-1.
Good job by the catcher, LeCompte, keeping that one in front.
Cardinals trying to get on the scoreboard here in the fourth inning.
Yeah, their fans are looking for something to get fired up about. Base hit could do that for them.
2-1 pitch. Foul, left side out of play. Brings the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. You know, we can't forget that the job these coaches do with their pitchers, give them the right pitches to call and stuff. And it is the scouting that they do on this level is amazing. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Swinging. The end of the inning. So the Cardinals, they get no runs. They do get 2 hits. They leave 2 on base. We're heading to the 5th inning without score. Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 0. We'll be right back on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network.
Education, prevention, care. The Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute was recognized by the Louisiana Athletic Training Association with the President's Award for Excellence in Health and Safety. With a passion for ensuring the well-being of over 23,000 student athletes and covering 1,400 sports events annually, our athletic trainers are dedicated to providing the best care in sports medicine. Discover more about Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute at tghealthsystem.com.
Welcome back to the Buck at Harold Haydale Park. Brian Collar here with Casey Gisler, bringing you some quarterfinal baseball high school playoff action between the Vanderbilt Terriers and the E.D. White Cardinals. Vanderbilt is up 5-0. We're heading in the top half of the 5th inning, where Philip Hillman will be facing Thomas LeCompte.
34, Thomas LeCompte.
E.D. White threatened in the last half inning. A big strikeout by Goday kind of draws that line in the sand.
See if the Terriers can continue to trend. First pitch is called strike. Now that we mentioned it, probably not.
Right. You're learning.
The 0-1 pitch from Hillman. Smash! What a play to shortstop. He feels the ball's going to make a long throw, not in time. We'll give him a base hit on the play. Hard hit ball to the shortstop. Evan Arsamon made a nice diving attempt. Stopped the ball from getting to the outfield, but way too deep in the hole at shortstop to make the play. Give LeCompte a base hit on the play.
Yeah, if Arsamon would have made that one would have been on Sports Center top 10. That would have been just a remarkable play. Did a great job keeping it out of the outfield and did a good job not throwing it away, but he didn't have any chance to throw out LeCompte.
I'll bring up Owen Goday, the pitcher for the Terriers. Runner goes, throw down to second. Not in time. Slid right under the tag. Very close play. Good jump by LeCompte.
I'm not sure that's LeCompte, boss.
Oh, that's LePere.
Yeah.
LePere.
I want to say he, for a second, came off the bag, but the momentum took the tag off of the runner.
Goday squares the bunt. Pulls back. Ball gets away from Trish, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Runner stays at second. It's LaPierre.
They'll actually call that one a strike. They'll say he didn't pull it back in time.
Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hillman, 1-1 pitch. Squares the bunt, pulls back. Ball's out of the zones, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hillman is looking just starting to get a little tired right now on the mound.
Yep, he's thrown 60 pitches.
2-1 pitch. Low. 3-1. Owen Gode looking to help himself here. Pitch. It's high out the zone. He walked him. So Gode draws the walk. That'll put runners at first and second. No one out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Second baseman Bolade steps up to the plate.
This is where we get into that spot where we talked about earlier, where Hillman might just have to just stay out there because the Cardinals are going to probably want to preserve as much of their resources as possible.
They squares the bunt, fouls the ball back out of play.
They started the game with Bordas. He threw 22. He's eligible to throw again tomorrow.
Yeah, because Hillman's not.
Yeah,
so,
Hillman is done for tomorrow, regardless of how the rest of this game goes.
Hillman ahead, 0-1. To Bolade, second baseman for the Terriers. He bunts the ball on the left side. Third baseman comes up, fields the ball, will throw the ball off the bag. Runner will save. Runner will come down, trying to score from third. He's thrown out of the plate. Runner from second advances. Runner from first going to second. He's out at second base. So double play from the Cardinals here. No runs will score. They get the lead runner at second out at home on the bunt. Wow. See if we can get this scorecard straight. That's one out here.
Good luck.
They get the runner at second. That's a day that would be put out at second. And we should have Owen Gode, pinch runner, at third.
Yeah.
Stretch Fairchild's at the plate. Yes. What action right there?
Look, circle it down. If Edy White gets back into this game, that was a huge play. It looked like the Terriers are going to have a big inning, and they get the double play.
1-0 pitch is wide. It's 2-0. They get the runner at home, then they throw it down to get the runner from first to second for the double play.
5:31-6.
2-0 pitch, wide. 3-0. Jacob Fairchild. Fielder's choice and a walk this season. Came around to score back in the 4th. 3-0 pitch. Called strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hillman looking to get out this inning here. 3-1 pitch on its way. Smash, foul on the third base side. Just foul. Brings the count of 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's crazy how Mother Nature works. When we got here, there was some standing water out there and left. That's all gone. That's been soaked up.
3-2 pitch from Hillman. Walked him low out the zone. That'll bring up Scott Hadell, the shortstop for the Terriers. Here in the top half of the 5th inning, his team is up 5-0. Runners at first and third, 2 outs.
Yeah, that walk will make the double play a little more annoying for Coach Menard. Let's see if Haydell could pick them all up and get a big hit here.
Pitch. Called strike. Runner's going to jog on down to second.
He's trying to get in a pickle.
And they just let him go down to second. So runners at second and third here. Scott Haydell, the shortstop for the Terriers. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back this way out of play. Brings the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Terriers looking to add on to their lead. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Ends the inning. So Hillman gets the strikeout at the end of the inning. Could have been worse for the Cardinals. No runs.
For the Terriers at the top of the fifth.
We're heading to the bottom of the fifth inning with our score. Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 0. You're listening to High School Baseball on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network.
Rev Business is here to connect your company beyond your storefront. We're here to power your passion, improve your communication, and link you to your customers with the services you need and the local support you deserve. From operating your front office to tracking your inventory, our team is ready to deliver services that transform your day-to-day with flexibility and consistency, so you can focus on what matters most, your customers. Rev Business.
CVDY could swing the momentum a little bit. They got that big double play when it looked like Vandebilt was going to have a big inning.
Godey's first pitch of the fifth. Check swing fouled to the Terrier dugout. No balls on 1 strike. 1-0 Porsche. Godey delivers the 0-1 pitch. Just wide. 1-1.
Porsche grounded into double play his first time up.
The 1-1 pitch. Curveball called strike. Nice looking pitch from Owen Godey.
Yeah, I don't know how you hit that. I guess the answer is you don't, because that was very, very nice there.
Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Catcher will tag the batter out to complete the strikeout process. First out of the inning.
Now batting for the Cardinals, first baseman number 13, Noah Benlock.
4th strikeout from Godey.
Not sure that Coach Plitt will be all that thrilled that Porsche didn't at least force a throw there after the ball was in the dirt.
That'll bring up Benoit, the first baseman for the Cardinals. Godey's pitch. Hitting the right side. It's tail and foul. Out of play. No balls and 1 strike.
So if anybody at like Sam's Club is listening, that all your Cool Pops are about to be bought.
The 0-1 pitch on the corner called strike. Brings the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
I think we're going to be in high demand tomorrow.
Afternoon game tomorrow. The 0-2 pitch. Hit to the right side. Right fielder chasing, giving way. Takes a few steps back. He's going to make the play for second out of the inning. Benoit gave it a ride, but the right fielder, Jacob Fairchild, took a few steps back to make the play for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Dylan Robichaud, the right fielder for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Goday just looks in command, man. He has been in control throughout on the mound. He does not look like he's pitching in a playoff game. He's just smooth, throwing strikes.
First pitch called strike right on the outside corner. Terriers in a groove here. The 0-1. Just missed on the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice looking pitch. Good job by Robichaud, not chasing.
LeCompte was trying to frame that one for a strike. Didn't get the call.
A 1-1 pitch from Goday. Inside corner. Breaking ball called strike. Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. On Dylan Robichaud, the right fielder for the Cardinals. In their half of the 5th, trailing 5-0. 0-2 is high. 1-2. Now it's 2-2. Goday looking to have another quick inning here. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to end the inning. Goday remains hot for the Terriers. Cardinals, no runs, no hits, no one left in the 5th. We're heading to the 6th inning without score. Vandebilt 5, Indy White 0. You listen to high school baseball right here. We're heading to the 6th inning where James Guidry will be leading off for the Terriers with his team winning by a score of 5-0. Let's go ahead and thank a few more of our sponsors: State Senator Mike Basic, Grady V's, Barkley Mitsubishi, and Balka Stern Services, one of our new sponsors. Your one-stop shop for marine services. We sell and service new and reconditioned starters, pumps, engine controls, and deck winches. Balka Stern Services at 119 Capitol Boulevard in Houma. Guidry to lead off. First pitch taken, called strike right on the outside corner.
Have a scoreboard update from the NBA. Orlando is forced to Game 7 against Cleveland. They get the home win tonight.
We called that one.
We sure did.
0-1 pitch is low ball, 1-1. James Guidry leading off the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch is inside. It's 2-1.
It's still 3-2 in the box. Top of the 6th inning. Texas A&M leading LSU.
The 2-1 pitch. Called strike. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes on James Guidry. Philip Hillman in relief for the Cardinals. Hillman's 2-2 pitch. Wide. Out the zone. Good job by the catcher. Trish brings the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Low, walked him. The streak continues.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know that I've seen a team go 7 for 7, but Vandebilt is now 1 inning away from getting the leadoff man aboard every inning.
I'll bring up Spencer Gilbo to DH for the Terriers.
Mr. Double.
Hillman in the stretch. First pitch is inside, high and tight. Ball 1. Terriers up 5-0 late here in this contest. We're in the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch. Fouled right back this way into the screen, out of play. Brings the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
Worth mentioning, there is some double barrel action in the EDY bullpen. So if Hillman gets in a big bind or if he maxes out his pitches, he's at 81 now. They are making some preparations.
Throw back to first, runner back safely. Hillman delivers the 1-1 pitch. Not now. He throws back to first. Runner back in. One pitch. He's going to wait again. He throws back to first.
Doesn't it make me such an MLB fan that my first instinct there was to say balk because it was the third throw over. Not at this level, kid.
1-1 is high. Yeah, let's look for the clock. Where's that?
Yeah.
2-1 to Gilbo. Two-one pitch, high and tight. Brings the count 3 balls and 1 strike.
You mentioned it in the last inning he was out there. He does look like he's slowing down a little bit.
Three one. Fouled back this way, out of play. Brings the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. The fans are yelling "Cool Pop." 3-2 to Gilbo. Throws back to first. Get it back in time. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Ball's hit high, fly ball to shortstop. He's going to get under the play. He squeezes the ball for the first out of the inning.
Good job base running that time by Guidry. He was going, but had the presence of mind to see the ball hit in the air and retreat back to first.
Kevin Orsimon did a good job. That ball was hit really, really high. Stayed under the ball and would squeeze that ball for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jahari Coleman, center fielder for the Terriers. First pitch is low. Ball 1. Guidry with a modest lead at first. Pitch. Hit on the right side. Second baseman fields the ball, goes to short for 1. Not in time for the double play. You're not going to double up Coleman.
No, yeah. It would have to be a ball that would have been a missile right at the infielder. Coleman runs too well. Good job by the EDY defense to make it close down there, though.
Yeah, so they get the force out on the 4-6. Coleman gets the fielder's choice. He'll hit first base, and Ethan Robert, third baseman, is at the plate to face Hillman here in the 6th inning.
See if Coleman takes off at some point. There he goes.
Runner goes. Slides easily in there for stolen base. Coach Menard staying aggressive, trying to get extra runs for his team here, late innings. Pitch was called a ball, so it's 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch is low. It's 2-0. Hillman getting up there in pitch count. He's approaching 90.
At the end of this, yeah.
The 2-0 pitch. Called strike. Brings the count of 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, I tell you what, the young man has done an outstanding job. He's eating up innings. He has kept them reasonably in the game.
2-1 wide. 3-1. Yeah, you would think Coach Pridge is going to let Hillman go until he runs out of pitches.
Yeah, that you would think.
3-1. Right down the middle, called strike. Brings the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 on Roberts. Payoff pitch.
Nope.
Swing and a miss. Hillman gets out of the inning with the strikeout. Terriers get a guy on base, but they do not score. So no runs, no hits. They leave 1. We're heading to the bottom half of the 6th inning without score. Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 0. We're going to be right back for the bottom half of the 6th inning right here on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network.
Education, prevention, care. The Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute was recognized by the Louisiana Athletic Training Association with the President's Award for Excellence in Health and Safety. With a passion for ensuring the well-being of over 23,000 student athletes and covering 1,400 sports events annually, our athletic trainers are dedicated to providing the best care in sports medicine. Discover more about Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute at tghealthsystem.com.
And welcome back. We're heading to the 6th inning. E.D. White will have the top of their lineup. Luke Zarang, Porter Douglas, and Jack Trish. Facing Owen Goldie here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Yeah, top of the order, bottom of the 6th. Might be last call here for the Cardinals. Maybe their best chance to scratch a few across, get back in it. The boy, Mr. Godet, is going to have something to say about that. He has been very good.
The first pitch, foul, left side out of play. Luke Zarang, center fielder for the Cardinals.
And we mentioned that final score from the NBA. Donovan Mitchell had 50 points tonight. Cleveland didn't win, but Donovan Mitchell had 50. Unbelievable.
The 0-1 wide. Ball got away from the count. No harm, no foul, no one on base. Brings the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Got a big game second half.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. The 1-1. Hit fouled on the right side. That's out of play. We may put it on the ride home and
depends who's winning.
well, then we're not listening because if the Clippers are winning, we're not listening.
If the Mavericks are winning, we're not listening.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not aware, I'm a big Clipper fan.
1-2. Hit towards center field. Coleman comes up. He'll let the ball bounce in front of him. That's a base hit for Luke Zarang to begin their 6th inning.
And probably a good decision by Coleman. He could have laid out and tried to be a hero. Up 5 runs. You don't want that ball getting by you, rolling to the fence. Just play it safe.
Second baseman, Carter Douglas. at the plate for the Cardinals. Only the 4th hit for the Cardinals.
Yep.
Goday's pitch. It's high. Tight. Ball 1.
And you look at it, they really haven't gotten anything for free either. They got 1 hit batter, and that's it.
Zarang with a comfortable lead at first. Goday's pitch. High. Throw back to first. Runner back in safely.
We've been updating you guys in Baton Rouge. It's 3-2 Texas A&M over LSU in the bottom of the 6th, but the Tigers have the bases loaded with no out in the bottom of the 6th.
2-0 pitch from Goday. Called strike. A lot of movement on that ball. Brings the count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one. Low. 3-1.
This is an interesting spot here, man. Look, E.D. White is only down 5. They've got the heart of their order. If they could get a couple on with no out. I was about ready to say you would start to see some shuffling, but some shuffling is already starting to take place as they're getting some guys loose out there.
3-1. Right down the middle, called strike. Goday is going to say sit down. Bullpen. I got it.
His pitch count's only 73, so he's still got a bunch of bullets in the chamber.
Three-two from Goday. Wide. He walked him. So base hit. And a walk to start the 6th inning here for the Cardinals.
Now
Gotta bring up
batting for the Cardinals,
Trish.
the catcher, number 10, Jax Trish.
Jax Trish, the catcher for the Cardinals.
I was just about to say I'm surprised that we didn't see a mound visit, and then there it comes as Coach Menard will go and chat with this pitcher.
Well, if you're the Terriers, you got to be careful here. You can't play around with this because you don't take care of this game here, your season's done. So I know you want to give Goday as much room as you can, and he's got pitchers available left, but we'll see. I'm sure Coach Marta will just go settle him down a little bit, and look, if we get 1 or 2 more outs, we can let you ride this one out, but we'll see. You don't want to mess around too long.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be in a situation where, it's a 5-4 ball game in the 7th. You've been in control throughout. You want to keep it that way.
Goday is going to face Trish, looking to do some damage for his team here. We're in the 6th. Terriers up 5-0. First pitch from Goday. Little out the zone, ball 1.
Trish does have one of the 4 hits for E.D. White. That was in the 1st inning.
Goday's got to get back into his groove here. The 1-0 pitch. Ball's hit to the right fielder. He's chasing back, taking a few steps back. He gets under the ball, makes the play. The runner will fake the tag at second and go back to second. So Goday does his job and gets Trish to fly out to right field for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, hard hit ball, but Fairchild was up to the task. He made a nice play, and boy, probably the best part of that play is he hustled it back into the infield very quickly, not allowing any advance.
That'll bring up the DH, Tyler Weimer. Cardinals have runners at first and second, 1 out here in the 6th inning, trailing 5-0. Goday's pitch. Breaking ball just missed. 1 ball and no strikes to Weimer. The 1-0 pitch. Wide out of zone, 2-0.
Yeah, this is the thing that's going to be a little troubling to Coach Thompson and the Terrier staff. It is he's starting to fall behind, and if you start falling behind, then you got to come with fastballs over the meter to play, and that's when you could get hit pretty hard.
Gode set to deliver his 2-0 pitch to Weimer. Down the middle, called strike. Cardinals are just trying to scrape across a couple of runs here. So in the 7th inning, it's not a 5-run deficit that they're going to have to overcome.
Yep. Get a little closer and set the stage where the top of your order could have a chance to bat again in the 7th.
The Terriers are just trying to close that door on them. The 2-1 pitch. Gode in the stretch. On the corner, called strike. Weimer didn't like the pitch.
That is at a beautiful location there for Gode.
Brings the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got a scoreboard update from Coach Rod. 2-2 pitch. Throw back to second, runner back in.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered either way. The time was called at the plate. It was granted before the throw.
Thanks to Coach Rod. LSU 4, A&M 2.
Yes, I think it's 4-3, Coach Rod means. But yes, the Tigers did just get a double from Josh Pearson. Have runners at second and third, still no out in the bottom of the 6th. Would be a huge win for Jay Johnson and his team.
2-2 pitch to Weimer. Pitch fouled back this way out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That was a nasty pitch from Gode. Good job by Weimer spoiling that one.
Weimer up to 81 pitches. Gode up to 81 pitches. One out here in the 6th. Runners at first and second for the Cardinals. Gode's 2-2 pitch. Hit to the shortstop. Bobbles the ball. Second baseman will field the ball. Throw to first, not in time. Runner ball gets away from the first baseman. That'll get a run across for the Cardinals. They do get the runner out at second. Weimer will get the fielder's choice. So we'll get a 6-4 put out at second base.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the shortstop number 2.
Runner comes around to score for the Cardinals' first run of the game. And that'll put Weimer at first base with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. His team's trailing 5-1.
Yeah, you do. I gets on the board, but at this stage in the game, the Terriers will trade anything that could get them an out. Good job by the defense there. After the ricochet off of the shortstop, the second baseman kept us cool and made a nice play Lede over there.
Arsenal at the plate. First pitch taken, called strike. Sure you got the right score, Casey? The Tigers.
Yeah, that's
The 0-1 hit right up the middle, base hit. Arsenal gets the base hit for the Cardinals. That'll put runners at first and second for the Cardinals. Here we're still in the bottom half of the 6th inning. They trail 5-1. That'll bring up Grant Barbera.
I tell you, E.D. White's showing some signs of life, man. They've got 1 across, 2 ducks on the pond right now. For the first time today, they're starting to get some pretty good swings off of Gode. This is a huge at-bat for Barbera here.
Runners at first and second for the Cardinals. 2 outs here Bottom half of the 6th inning. Terriers up 5-1.
There's someone I can't see, but there is someone throwing from the mound over there, so that the Terriers do have an arm hot.
First pitch.
Yeah, I don't know where that missed.
Called ball. Looked pretty darn good from here.
The assumption from our friends here in the press box is that it would be their closer, John Wade.
1 ball, no strikes. Barbera. Golden Goldie set to deliver the 1-0 pitch. High. 2-0. Two-0 count. The third baseman, Barbera, for the Cardinals. Goldie's pitch. It's fouled back out of play. The left side brings the count 2 balls on 1 strike. Turned out to be a beautiful evening out here at the park.
Yeah, it really has. When we were pulling in, we were getting rained on, setting up the equipment and everything. Thought it would maybe be a kind of a sloppy night, but Mother Nature has cooperated.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Brings the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big spot here for the Terriers. If Goldie can get out of this little jam he's in.
This might be the last batter that he faces one way or another. Let's see if he could put Barbera away.
2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 to end the inning. Got Barbera looking to end the inning. The Cardinals do get 1 run. They leave 2 on base. They had a couple of hits in the inning. We're heading to the 7th inning without score. E.D. White 1, the Terriers 5. We'll be right back on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network. And welcome back to the Buck at Arrowhead there for Brian Collie here with Kids and Just Claire. We're heading to the 7th inning without score. Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 1. Carriers are looking to get some insurance runs here in the top half of their 7th inning. I want to go ahead and thank Bowder Stern Services, your one-stop shop for marine services. They're located at 119 Capitol Boulevard in Homer. Also, Able Law Firm and the Blue Boot Foundation. Thomas LeCompte will lead off the 7th inning for the Terriers. First pitch hit high towards center field. Center field coming up. He'll miss the ball. He came a long way to make it. The second baseman should have backed up. He stayed on the infield, and that ball drops for a base hit.
Brian, the wind is really picked up here, and it is blowing dead in. Off the bat, I thought that would be just a routine fly ball to center. It just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. That ball barely got even into the outfield. The center field there to come a long way.
And 7 for 7.
Yeah, there it is.
Number 16, Henry Repair, and now coming to the plate, the carrier pitcher. Number 9, Owen Goldie.
That'll bring up Owen Goldie. Repair pinch running for the catcher at first. First pitch hitting right side out of play. Yeah, that wind is blowing, and it center fielder made a good effort. That was Luke Zarang coming up.
You're lucky when we're inside. If we'd be outside, you'd be freezing with that wind.
Yeah, no doubt. The 0-1 from Hillman. Wide. 1-1. If the Terriers can hold on, we're back here tomorrow afternoon. I believe 1 o'clock first pitch.
Yep.
One. Runner goes. Hit and run. Ball's hit on the right side. That's out of play. Brings the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'd be very curious to see what Vandebilt does to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Do they go back out there with Godet, who has pitches? Do they use Wade, who I believe you said pitched last night? 2 days in a row.
20 or so.
But it'd be tough to throw 3 days in a row, and you figure maybe you need him tomorrow. It's a tough decision.
I would go with Godet.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Pitch hit to the right side. Right fielder giving chase to the right side. He'll miss the ball, but it's a foul ball. Gave it a heck of a try. That was Robichaud out there for the Cardinals. Almost came up with a spectacular play, but the ball just kept tailing foul for a long strike. It'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was a close one there. That one nearly dropped fair.
And the wind is really picking up. Hillman, the 1-2 pitch. Hit to the shortstop. He'll field the ball, go to second for 1. Second baseman turns, throws to first for a double play. Nice job by the Cardinal defense.
Yep, very good job there. Hillman gets a ground ball, and E.D. White made that one look easy.
6-4-3 double play, retires. Goldie, that'll bring up Boladay, the second baseman. Hillman's pitch. Smash to the center fielder. Left fielder coming over. Center fielder will make the play at the end of the inning. So a quick inning for Hillman. No runs, no hits. Well, 1 hit. No one left. We're heading to the bottom half of the 7th inning with our score. Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 1. You're listening to quarterfinal baseball action right here on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network. Harold Hideo Park, Brian Colley, with Casey Gisler. We're heading to the bottom half of the 7th inning with the Terriers up 5-1. The Cardinals have some work to do. If not, we're going to be right back here tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock first pitch. Well, Casey, you can see it on the jerseys, on Coach Menard's jersey, how that wind is blowing, picking up.
Yeah, we could feel it in the box a little bit, starting to shuffle our papers around. The wind has really picked up. Fortunately for the pitchers, blowing dead end. You won't be able to get one out of here unless if you just crush it. We have a pitching change for Vandebilt.
Have John Waves, the new pitcher. He'll be facing 7, 8, and 9. Owen Porsche.
Leading off to the bottom of the 7th.
Noah Benoit. Dylan Robichaud.
Matthew Escher.
Wade is their closer. He has been their closer. We had Chad Menard on play-by-play earlier in the week, and he said, hey, look, we never intended for him to become the closer, but he just was really good at it, and he took
We have
over.
a pinch hitter.
Should be 9 hitting. Let's see. 1. Okay, yeah, we do have a pinch hitter. I'll tell you who that is. I think it's Matthew Escher.
Escher to face John Wade.
And that's the scouting report on Wade. We saw it in that first pitch, even though it was out of the zone. He throws gas, man. He throws really, really hard. But sometimes doesn't always throw really, really straight. So we'll see if he can locate in the zone here.
Wade's 1-0 pitch is down the middle, called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt Escher. One pitch from Wade. Hit to the shortstop. He's going to come field the ball. One hop, throws it high to first base. Over the first baseman's head. So Escher will reach base on an error. Not how you want to start for the Terriers.
No, man. Look, we said in the last half inning, E.D. White wanted to get closer and set up for the top of their lineup to be able to hit again. They didn't get as close maybe as they would have wanted, only scoring the 1 run. But now, if Benoit or Robichaud could get on, multiple guys on base for the top of that order, this could get really dicey really fast.
They'll bring up Benoit. Had a great game last night for the Cardinals. Facing John Wade. Wade's first pitch. Fouled on the right side, out of play. Bottom half of the 7th. Terriers the lead, 5-1. Wade's pitch, swing and a miss. Brings the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
I would love to see the radar gun, but I got a feeling he's touching the low 90s. He's throwing really hard.
Wade set to deliver the 0-2 pitch. High, 1-2. Gunnar at first here, bottom half of the 7th. Wade's 1-2 pitch. Fouled. Out of play. He hit off of Benoit's foot.
Yep, sure did.
Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, curveball, hit just foul on the left side. Benoit was a little ahead of that one. Umpire will call time, allow someone from the dugout to retrieve the ball. Wade's 1-2 pitch, fouled, out of play. Benoit hanging tough for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Vandebilt just wants to get an out here. Any way that they could get an out just to kind of exhale and settle into the inning. But right now, Benoit doing a good job spoiling some really good pitches.
The 1-2 pitch from Wade. Hitting the right side, it's smashed out of play. See if Wade tries to get him off speed here. Good battle here between Wade and Benoit. The pitch. Sliced foul into the Terrier dugout. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, this is a big battle, man. Big spot in the game.
Let's try it again. The 1-2 pitch from Wade. Fouled. Just got a piece of it. Back into the screen.
Telling you, dude, if they could run Wade's pitch count up above a certain number, that could potentially be huge for tomorrow. He's thrown 12 already. That's what I love about these 3-game series, the chess match.
1-2. Swing and a miss. First out of the inning for the Terriers. Benoit goes down on strikes. That'll bring up
We'll get another pinch
Pinch
hitter.
hitter.
Here. I'll tell you who it is. It's number 12.
Number 12, Hudson Semino.
Semino. Hudson Semino.
So Hudson Semino will pinch hit for Robichaud. Wade's pitch, a little low. Ball 1. Big first out of the inning. By Wade getting that strikeout.
Yeah, I think that'll settle Vandebilt into the inning a little bit, but a great at-bat, great fight by Benoit.
Semino is the pitch right down the middle, called strike. Brings the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Brings the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wade's going to challenge him here.
I'm going high, and I'm going with the heater, and I'm daring Semino to hit it.
The 1-2 pitch, low, 2-2.
I think that's what he was trying to do, but he missed the spot. The catcher was getting up out of the crouch, preparing for it up.
Wade delivers 2-2 pitch. A little high and tight. It's 3-2.
Don't want to walk here if you're Vandebilt, and leadoff guys are on deck.
Yeah, you much rather face the leadoff guy with 2 out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Semino at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Wade gets the second strikeout of the inning. Cardinals are down to the last out. Luke Zarang, the center fielder. He's 1 for 3 with a single back in the 6th. With a run scored. John Wade looking to close the game out for the Terriers. His team is up 5-1 here. Bottom half of the 7th inning. The pitch. Called strike at the knees.
Boy, he's got a big arm, man.
Wade's 0-1 pitch. Curveball hit, base hit on the left side. Zarang stays high for the Cardinals. Gives the base hit.
Cardinals rather, staying alive. Zarang gets his second hit of the day.
That'll bring up Carter Douglas, second baseman. A walk, strikeout, and a ground out to short. Talk to the umpire.
Yeah, they're going to get a runner, which would be number 7. I'll get you who number 7 is in just a second. We can pull up our lineup card.
9, I'm sorry.
Number 9.
9 is Owen Porsche. But
runner at second base for the Cardinals, number 9, Owen Porsche.
Owen Porsche is in the lineup, batting 7th. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Well,
Yeah, they're doing it, and the umpire approved it. So I've never seen that one before.
Douglas is at the plate.
You got to kill one of them at this point, I would think.
2 outs. First pitch is a little high out of the zone from Wade. 1 ball and no strikes. Wade delivers the 1-0 pitch. Ball's hit to the second baseman. Will he feel the ball? He does. Bobbles it. Everyone's safe. So they came over to his right, bobbled the ball, tried to get the toss to second, but not in time. So Douglas will reach on a fielder's choice, and that'll load the bases.
Now batting for the Cardinals.
And that'll big up Jack Trish, the catcher. And we'll have Coach Menard going out for a conference with John Wade and Casey. Tension starting to build here in the park.
Yes, the tying run is coming to the plate. You're trying to figure out how to get out of this game if you're Vandebilt, because, man, you don't want to start having to face, the Weimers and the Arsenals with guys all over the bases. This is a game that Vandebilt has been in control of throughout, but give credit to Philip Hillman. He never let it get out of reach, and that's
right.
what's allowed E.D. White to have this puncher's chance here.
Trish a single back in the first. 2 flyouts in the fourth and the 6th inning. He's going to face John Wade, trying to close the game out for the Terriers. Forcing a game 3 tomorrow afternoon. Wade's first pitch, low. No room to put him.
This will be pitch 25 for Wade in the inning.
1-0. Foul. Brings the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Park is quiet.
Yes, it is. Everybody is on the edge of their seat.
Wade's 1-1 pitch. Hit him. Not what you wanted. Cardinals get another run across. That'll bring up Tyler Weimer. Pinch runner.
Landon Babin is the runner.
Babin's going to pinch run for Trish. That'll bring up Tyler Weimer. Our score is now 5-2.
Yeah, this one is getting very interesting. If Weimer splits the gap in the outfield, we could have a tie game here with everybody going on contact.
John Wade on the mound. First pitch, high. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled back this way out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You look in the on-deck circle. Arsenal has 2 hits today. He's been one of the best Cardinal offensive players this evening.
Bases loaded here, 2 outs. Terriers up 5-2. 1-1 count. Pitch. Right down the middle. Called strike. Cardinals down to their last strike. John Wade trying to close the game out for his Terriers. Facing Tyler Weimer. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Tyler spoiled a pretty good one there. That was a nice pitch from Wade.
Weimer steps out. Back in the box. Wade. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled on the left side. Hard hit ball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Umpire asking for 3 more baseballs. I'm sure John Wade's saying we don't need any more.
The one in my hand is all we need.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! Ends the game for the Terriers, forcing a game 3 tomorrow afternoon here at the Buck. Our final score, Vandebilt 5, E.D. White 2. In case in a well-played baseball game once again between these two teams. The Cardinals do get 1 run in the bottom half of the 7th. They leave the bases loaded. We'll be back here tomorrow afternoon. Let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break, Luke. When we get back, we're going to put a pin in this, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to High School Baseball on the Coastal Broadcasting Radio Network.